friends, my name is Biggles and I'm going to do a gearing video. Now, I've seen so many gearing videos and I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. All they're doing is showing their character and telling you go from 302 to 600, which is tier 1, and 600 to 1100 is tier 2, and then 1100 and on is tier 3. And they'll tell you these are your main things. This is where your item level comes from. So you will work up your item level by gear honing, which is down at this little hammer thing, and you'll pay mats to level up the gearing. Now, I will show that later in the video. If you just want to look at how that is, I can do that. But what I want to talk about is how to actually get the gear. So as you can tell from my character, I have a purple here and a orange here. These are tier sets. Now, I will go over where to get those tier sets in just a second. They are 2 different tier sets. So I need to work on trying to get the actual tier sets. Now, I come over here. This is Chaos Dungeons. You can do 2 a day, and this is where you go. So North Vern is where you start when you hit level 50, which is the end game starting point, and you'll have an item level at 250. So what you want to do is you want to go in this, and it will give you all this gear. Now, none of this gear has a tier set, so it's just the gear that you get. So you'll get this to 302, and then you can get this to 302, and then you can hone it to go higher. But after you do that, and you get your 302, you'll come over here, and you'll do this guy, and this will give you accessories for that first tier. Now, you can do this 5 times or 5 bosses a day. So you would hone your gear to 340. So you can do this. You'll get this boss and then you'll get purples. And purples will give you more health. They're the next tier up from blue. Once you have the 340, you'll come over here to Abyssal Dungeons. Now, Abyssal Dungeons are harder. They're very mechanic heavy. So if you're not very mechanically strong, you'll struggle with this. You want to come through and do that. So you'll come here, you'll do this first one, they'll give you purple items. Finish that, you want to come down to this second one. You can only do this once a week. So you'll want to come down and do this, and you're going to try to get these pieces. These purple pieces are going to be your first set. I wish I knew this when I was trying this out, because like you could see from my gear earlier, it's all mismatched and it's crazy. So you want to come here and you want to try to get the set bonus, because if you can get 2, like mine will give me +8 attack speed, and then when I get 5 of them, I will get 10% additional damage overall. So that's much better than what I have already. And you'll work your way here. Once you get to 460, you'll want to do this one to get these, and then once you complete that, you'll want to do this so you can start working on getting this set piece, right? So this will be more health and everything. We'll come here and we'll have our pieces. This is where we would get our stuff for engravings. So we want to try to get these to give me as many of these as possible. These do not affect your item level. These are just accessories. This side is your item level. We'll have this. This is going to give me the most of my engravings. So here I am on a different character next to the gear honing guy. So I'll come here. I will pick a weapon. I will hit upgrade. I have to have these crystals to get there. I'll go max. I'll hit upgrade. Make sure I have these mats. Then I'll hit gear honing. Now I reached level 3, so now I have a higher item level, and my weapon power goes from 410 to 626, or 626, which is stitch, right? But if you have an item, like when you get those purple or those blue with the tier set, what you would do is you would come here, you'd click an item that you want to change. So like you have your 302 blue set that you just got, you would come over here, your plus whatever you had would pop up here. You would click it, and then something will pop up right here, and you just hit enter, and whatever gear score this is will go into that one. That's the basic of gear honing. you'll have this stone right here. What you want to do is you want to put points in here in order to get it to where you can equip it. Right? So you'll have that. And now I have this where I can do Grudge, where it's damage to 4% to the boss or above incoming damage. And we have, when attacking, there is a 20% chance to activate Divine Protection, right? And we have a -2 to our debuff. We're going to start up here with the Chaos Dungeons, get the 302 gear. From the 302 gear, after we do our 2 Chaos Dungeons for the day, we're going to come up here and do the bear. Once we have the bear, we might have enough mats to get us to 340. So we'd come to gear honing. Once we get to 340, we can do the boss that's 340 here. And then we can go to the Abyssal Dungeons where we can get our tier set bonus pieces. So we'll want to do that week, right? So that's what we want to do to get our gear up. I hope showing it makes it a little bit more sense, right? Because I had no idea what they were talking about just by going through this. So this is where you get your item level. This is where you get your stats and engravings. Chaos Dungeons is where you get the pieces. Abyssal Dungeons is where you get your tier set bonuses for gear. Guardian Raids is where you also get your gear. This fauceting guy is where you get your power stones, or where you put your power stones in that go right here. And then your gear honing is where you upgrade your item level. So I hope that helps. I hope the visuals help, because I had a lot of trouble understanding what was going on when I was trying to gear up my character. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and even follow my Twitch.